Hello all, today we are continuing the conversation about musical semiotics. This began in my last video, so I suggest you take a look at that video before watching this one. I placed a link in the description box below. Musical semiotics is the study of how music contains meaning. Through the dance between the signifier and the signified, we are able to trace how music, with no concrete reference to anything, can give us information. We are able to understand the information that music gives us because we have been trained to understand the signification of the symbols through our Western cultural heritage. We are trained from a young age through cartoons and other media to associate certain sounds with certain ideas. Movie music is another facet of this training, as it relies heavily on the Western language of music to create mood and emotional reaction during movies. Movie music, and more broadly, symphonic music, can do a number of things to its audience. In his essay, What's the Function of Film Music?, composer Robin Hoffman enumerates the things that movie music can do in a film. Some of them are illustrating movement, portraying emotions, creating atmosphere, and illustrating time and period references. I argue that the ability for film music to do all of these things is intrinsic in the genre of symphonic music and stems from the cultural language of classical music that we have been seeped in since the Baroque. Let's look at how some of these work. Illustrating movement in a soundtrack is called Mickey Mousing, from the technique used in cartoons that accented every movement with a sound effect or swell of music. In the classical world, it can be seen as an act of tone painting, or literally composing music that goes with the lyrics or action on stage, such as using the ascending scale when talking about going up. A very obvious example of this is from Warner Brothers' Silly Symphonies, The Skeleton Dance. In this clip, the skeleton is sneaking around and the orchestra is playing at every step he takes. This is tone painting or Mickey Mousing, illustrating movement in music. Another thing that music can do is portray emotion. One of the best examples of this is the love theme from Tchaikovsky's Romeo and Juliet fantasy overture. Let's listen to it now. In the 1948 version of The Three Musketeers, the love theme is used every time D'Artagnan and Constance, the two main love interests, are in a romantic scene together. The filmmakers don't just use the love theme, but the material around it as well. Let's take a look at that clip now.
The spies, they're everywhere. Can you go to England?
To England?
Nobody knows I've come to you, only the Queen. Oh, the poor Queen.
Oh, Constance.
Richelieu's arranged a banquet for the first of the month for the express purpose of displaying the Queen's new jewels. It's a set of 12 diamond studs, and he gave them to her for her birthday, and she has to wear them.
But I...
Well, they're in England. She gave them to Buckingham. Richelieu's found out, now he wants the King to find out. And she just has to wear them at the banquet, or... Well, it's only 9 days, and I don't...
I love you.
Oh, you'll need this letter.
You tell the Queen I'll be back with the jewels in 9 days' time.
What would I do without you?
When I come back.
When you come back.
By being a leitmotif or a recurring musical theme, the association of love is made strongly throughout the movie. It is used every instance of betrayal of love between D'Artagnan and Constance and can be considered a signifier of their love itself. The theme can be seen as portraying their love musically. Music can also create an atmosphere. The music will give you information about how you're supposed to feel about a scene in the movie or in an opera as a way to set up the next action. This can be seen in the clip from Jurassic Park in the Journey to the Island scene. John Williams uses the trumpet theme to introduce you to the island before you even see it on screen. As we spoke about previously, the trumpet signifies adventure and descent into the unknown, but with a dash of reckless adventure thrown in for good measure. The orchestra supports the trumpet tune with chords in a march-like rhythm, adding to the association of the military topic. John Williams uses all of these associations to create the atmosphere of the scene, even though the shot is just of a helicopter flying over the ocean. Music can also be used to locate you in a time period or place. When you use music that has a deep association with a specific time period, the use of that music can narratively anchor you in that period. One great example is the music from the musical Cabaret by John Candor and Fred Ebb. Candor and Ebb evoke the decadence of the Weimar Republic by creating a pastiche of old cabaret songs from the 20s and the 30s. As detailed in a previous video, pastiche is using a style to be able to contextualize your work into the same period as the style you are pastiching. If you'd like more detail, I suggest watching the video, which I'll link in the eye in the description box below. Let's take a look at a cabaret number from this period in between the two world wars, Raus Mit Den Männern, or Chuck Out the Men. It was written by Friedrich Hollaender in 1926 and is about getting rid of all the men so that the women can run the world. Let's hear Raus Mit Den Männern.
Es weht durch die ganze Historie ein Ruf nach Emanzipation. Vom Menschen bis zur Infusorie, überall will das Weib auf den Thron. Vom Hawaii-Neger bis zu Berliner Rang braust ein Ruf wie Donnerhall daher. Was die Männer können, können wir schon lange und vielleicht eine ganze Ecke mehr. Raus mit den Männern aus dem Reichstag und raus mit den Männern aus dem Landtag und raus mit den Männern aus dem Herrenhaus. Wir machen draus ein Frauenhaus. Raus mit den Männern aus dem Dasein und raus mit den Männern aus dem Hiersein und raus mit den Männern aus dem Dortsein. Sie müssten schon längst fort sein. Ja, raus mit den Männern aus dem Bau und rein in die Dinger mit der Frau.
The song is accompanied by a theater orchestra. Theater orchestras were ensembles that could morph from night to night, depending on who was there to play. A traditional theater orchestra is comprised of piano, a drum set, violin, and a smattering of brass instruments, usually a trumpet, trombone, and tuba, along with some saxophones. Other instruments that were popular in theater bands include the clarinet and the accordion. The orchestra supports the voice, with the tuba and the piano playing an oompa rhythm, and the violin doubling the voice from time to time. The lyrics are most important part of the song, and the orchestra makes sure that you can hear them by not covering the singer. Let's hear Candor and Ebb's Willkommen, which is the opening number in the musical and sets the tone for what follows it. Here's Willkommen.
Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. Fremder, étranger, stranger. Glücklich zu sehen, je suis enchanté. chanter. Happy to see you, bleibe, rest, stay. Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. Im Cabaret, au Cabaret, du Cabaret.
You can tell that Candor uses a similar theater orchestra to the Raus Mit Den Männern with a few exchanges. It has a piano, drum set, and saxophones. It also uses an accordion and a banjo for color. The orchestra supports the voice with a gentle rhythm in the woodwinds, piano, and drums. The lyrics are put center stage for maximum impact, just like Raus Mit Den Männern. While not a direct copy, Candor uses the style of the 20s and the 30s cabaret to inform almost every musical decision in the work. It decisively puts you in the Weimar Republic, giving you ample information on the time period, only just through his artistic choices. Music is a language containing cultural and emotional information that we are all trained to understand. Through the use of the tools of semiotics, we can decode and understand the mechanisms behind how and why that information is broadcast to us as listeners, and grasp a deeper understanding of the processes themselves. In this video, we looked at how the music can illustrate movement, portray emotions, create atmosphere, and illustrate time and period references, but music can do so much more. I hope to bring you more videos that continue to detail how the magic of music can move us. Thank you for joining me today in the second video of the Introduction to Musical Semiotics. This is an ongoing series, so there'll be more videos like this one in the future. You can find the bibliography with all my sources on my website, dominiqueroyam.com. A link is in the description box below. Let me know what you want to learn about next. Comment down below with any of your ideas and I'll make them into videos. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of the videos I put out. You can also support the making of these videos on Patreon. There's a link also in the description box below. Follow me on social media. My handle everywhere is Dominique Royam. Thanks again, and see you in my next video. That's D'Artagnan, right?
D'Artagnan. If you want to be fancy, it's D'Artagnan.
No, I do not want to be fancy.